Hey everybody, my name is Joanna. Welcome to Lingoni English. Today, I'm going to help you answer 6 specific job interview questions. We're going to practice using different English verb tenses to answer these interview questions. Now, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, you may be asked some different types of questions than before. Let's get started. What have you learned about yourself during the pandemic or quarantine? You can use the simple past tense and reply with something like, I learned how to remain calm even when things get difficult. I learned to be more flexible when things don't go my way. You can also use the present perfect tense to say something like, I've discovered that I can keep working hard even when things get stressful. I've learned how to be more patient when communicating with others. Now you form the present perfect tense with either has or have and the verb's past participle. This verb ends in ed, such as discovered or learned, unless of course it's an irregular verb like found. When you use the present perfect tense, you're showing that the present result of that past action is more important than that past action. So again, you might say something like, I've found that I can still work hard and be flexible even when things get difficult. You may be allowed or required to work from home. So the hiring manager may ask, how do you avoid being distracted or interrupted while working from home? Let's use the simple present tense to answer this question. You might say something like, I set my smartphone in a different room of the house during working hours. My neighbor watches my pets while I work from home. My husband or wife or partner takes care of our young children while I work remotely. How do you manage your time and stay organized while working from home? First, let's use the simple present tense. I keep my desk clean and reorganize it at the end of each workday. I reply to emails at the start and end of my workday rather than checking them over and over throughout the day. Now let's use the present perfect continuous tense to practice answering this question. Now remember, we use the present perfect continuous to show that something began in the past and is still going on in the present. We form the present perfect continuous with either has been or have been and the present participle of a verb. And this verb ends with ing, such as using or jotting. So you may say something like, I've been using a desk calendar to keep up with important dates. I've been jotting down reminders for each work task so everything gets done on time. How do you lead or handle online meetings? Well, first we can use the simple past tense to say something like, I emailed everyone an outline or notes about the meeting before we began. I asked everyone to mute their mics before I started the meeting. You can also use the past continuous tense to give a brief example of something that happened in the past before it was interrupted by another event. At first, I wasn't handling the virtual meetings well, but then I got some advice from my supervisor on how to run smoother online meetings. Remember, you form the past continuous tense by using the past tense form of to be with another verb's present participle or verb that ends in ing. And in our example, we used was and handling to say, I was not handling it well at first. How do you handle, or how have you handled technology problems, like when your internet was down? You can use the present perfect tense to say something like, the tech issues haven't been stressful for me. I haven't experienced a lot of tech issues, honestly. I haven't handled the tech issues very well, but tech support has really helped me out. How do you communicate with team members and colleagues while working remotely? Well, let's use the present perfect continuous tense to answer this final question. I've been calling my team members every Tuesday afternoon to check on them. We've been communicating with each other by email. My colleagues and I have been holding online meetings once a month to keep everyone updated. All right, now you know some useful grammar and expressions for your next job interview. Comment below and try to answer some of these interview questions for yourself. Try using all the verb tenses that we saw here today to answer the questions. See you next time on Lingoni English.